Hey y'all, this is Brett. Today I went to a lab and I had my blood taken so that I could get a nutritional analysis. And I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I had my hair sample taken once and got a mineral analysis of that and learned a little bit of things. But, I don't consider this to be really important because I know my body and I know the cycles of what it's going through, and I know the cleansing ups and downs, and it goes through building and it goes through breaking down. And I know what I need to do to continue to regenerate and cleanse my body. And so all this is first of all, it costs $400. And what it's going to do is it's going to give me an idea on where I'm at compared to average people, I guess you could say. Not compared to other vegans, probably, but, when you go through dietary changes, you're going to get deficient because your body is breaking down, and there's just no way that you're going to be absorbing maximally, optimally. It's not going to happen. And so I don't expect to have great numbers because I know that I'm still pushing my cleansing as well as my healing a lot. But it'll give me an idea of where I'm at right now, and maybe I'll do it again in a year, and hopefully I will have improved. Now, if you've watched my videos for very long, you know that you've seen me go through my ups and downs with my attitude, my thinking in regards to a lot of different subjects, how I look, and the color of my skin, and we're all going to go through these different cycles with the seasons as well as our cleansing cycles. And so I feel that I'm improving constantly, and I don't really like to take a lot of supplements. I do take some just kind of as a precautionary measure, but I feel as though if my body is being pushed to really crave the foods that I really need, then that will help me to be able to progress. And I believe that that's really important. And also, I was watching, a lot of you know Natasha St. and how she went and got a blood test, and she was, her B12 levels were at 85, which is really low, and at least 5 times lower than they needed to be. And so that scared her, and the doctors scared her, and for various reasons she's decided to go back to eating meat. Well, that's not going to happen with me, because I just know, first of all, where I'm at, it took me a lot of cleansing and a lot of healing. I had to get really thin and really weak, at certain times. And so I know that I've been in a lot worse shape before than where I am now. And so I'm not worried about anything. And my mind is working pretty good, and that's a major teller of the tale. And, I go and exercise quite a bit. What I need to do, I know where I'm at with my diet, and what that is at this time is that I need to reduce the amount of nuts and seeds. But nuts and seeds have a lot of minerals, and specifically zinc and iron, amongst other minerals that you need. And so if you're going to reduce those, you've got to introduce something else that will give you an adequate substitute. And so I've got to eat a lot more sprouts, because sprouts typically, depending on what kind of a sprout it is, have a lot of minerals, those minerals specifically. And I've got to keep juicing more and eating more sauerkraut and eating foods that have just a lot of super micronutrients in them to help me to continue to, and maybe even grow the sprouts in soil rather than just in jars. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to use a really good compost pile that I've got out in the garden. And so I just need to continue to do what I'm doing and also calm my mind, because the calmer your mind is and the lower your stress level is, once again, the better you're going to absorb the nutrients from your foods. And sure, it would be easy for me, well, in some regards, to just go back to eating meat or whatever, and it would give my body a break, and it's easier to absorb hemi iron from meat than non-hemi iron from vegetable foods. It's not easy to be a vegan or vegetarian. And you'll see a lot of people get really thin, and that's because we're trying to accomplish absorbing nutrients from food, from just plant-based food, whereas a lot of the nutrients that were a lot easier to absorb were from animals. And, you know, there's lots of calcium in dairy, but there's also a lot of mucousy, gummy fat that's going to clog your body at the same time. And so if you can find a way to get your nutrients from plant foods, and if you can get enough of those, and if you can make the transition through all the trenches that you'll have to go through to be able to get past the animal foods and get past all the difficulties and reach a comfortable level at vegan, even if you're consuming a lot of cooked food still, then it's going to be a lot better diet. It's going to be a lot more, it's going to last you a lot longer, because you're not clogging your body and you're achieving a calmer mind, because eating animal foods makes a person more aggressive. And anyone that has any good common sense should know that. And of course, people are going to come up with all kinds of examples of people that are all calm and mellow and that they eat meat with every meal. And that's going to be the truth. That's the truth. But in general, this world is going to become vegan and also vegetarian. First vegetarian and then vegan. So thanks for joining me, and know that I'm not always going to allow comments on the videos from now on, because I just don't always want to reply to everything that everyone wants to write. So thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.